I mean, there's no doubt about it. The e-bikes put a smile on your face. I mean, I know an analogue bike can be fun as well, but when you reach our age, you want it to be a little bit easier. My name's Gary Moores. I'm from South Manchester. My wife has a 28X and I have a bronze 28.9. I'd done quite a bit of research. I'd decided, because I have a little bit of a hip issue, and was struggling on my analogue bike, and we wanted to get back cycling together again. Now the kids have moved away and everything. I was finding it very difficult and suffering the next day with my hip on my analogue bike. So I thought that wasn't going to happen, cycling, what we had in mind. And then I suddenly realised that these electric bikes might sort of solve my problem. So I did a lot of research on YouTube. I decided then that I wanted the bike. I thought it was going to solve my problem, and it has done. And further down the line, I don't suffer with my hip problems when riding the electric bike, so it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It's given me the freedom. And then my wife decided, after she'd had a little go on mine, that she wanted one as well. So we decided to go for the 28X for her, because she doesn't use a lot of gears on her analogue bike. So I thought the automatic setup would be perfect for her. She loves it, absolutely loves it. She likes a nice steady pace, which the X, I think, suits her, because she doesn't have to do too much thinking about changing gear, where I probably go a little bit further afield, and the gears then sort of come into their own on the 28.9. I mean, we've hit some decent-sized hills, or I have, and she's managed to get up there with the X as well, to be fair, but I go a little bit faster. We go on the Transpennine Trail, mostly. We're looking this summer of getting on the High Peak Trail, the Sissington Trail, all in the Peak District, which is where we used to go on our analogue bikes years ago when the kids were younger, So we'll be revisiting those. We live right next to the Bridgewater Canal, which snakes around the south side of Manchester, so we use it on there a lot. So we can go for quite a long way. I mean, we did, I think it was 27 miles the other week, drove down to Lymm in Cheshire and a bit further, and then came back again. It was a good day out. Had lunch in Lymm, and it's perfect. And you still get the exercise. I mean, this is what you get. A lot of people say, oh, you're cheating. I don't think we're cheating. You do get the exercise. If you keep it down on number one and work through your gears, you'd still get the exercise. And what I like about the Estarli is it doesn't scream out e-bike. You look at it, you see some people who are on the trail who call at the cafes or at the local pub, and they come with these thumping great big bikes that are nearly as big as motorbikes. And if they ever have any problems with them on the track, I don't know how they're going to get them home. Where with the Estarli being so lightweight, and it just looks like a normal bike. There's so many times people have said, when they found out it's an electric bike, they say, it's an electric bike. They can't believe it, until you start pointing things out to them, and then they realise, So I think it's perfect for what we want.
Well, good morning. It's John Neal here. It is Wednesday, the 18th of February.
When I was watching John Neal's YouTube videos, he had the 28.8. When I was sort of weighing up the different brands, etc., the one thing I had a reservation of with the Estarli, the older version of the Estarli, was that you couldn't remove the battery, which was what I needed, because I've got an unheated garage that's away from the house. I didn't fancy leaving the full bike in the garage away from the house. And that was it wasn't going to stop me buying one, but as I was probably within a week of me ordering one, you brought out the new 28.9, and I thought, well, that's the two little things that bothered me about the 28.8 have been resolved with the 28.9. So after testing it, after I came down here over 12 months ago, I ordered one straight away from you. My wife laughs at me because I like to take everything with me. I want to cover any eventuality. So I had the MIK adapter that I put on. So that has helped me fit my old panniers to the bike. And I carry as much as I can in there as far as any eventuality, the electric pump, my tools, a rain jacket, a thicker jumper. When I go off on one of my treks, I like to be able to know that I've got as much as I can with me to get me back home, because I wouldn't like to walk home with it if I was 30 miles away. If I had a puncture that I couldn't repair or anything like that. So I carry a lot of stuff in my panniers permanently, really. My wife has a small bag on the back of hers because she doesn't need to take much if she's with me because I've got it all in my panniers. Well, that's one of the main points of why I chose Estarli, to be honest with you, because I'd seen through people's recommendations after doing research and YouTube videos, and I saw some of your videos as well, and saw how professional and how caring as a company you are. I think I mentioned to when I came down and tried an X out over 12 months ago. We were actually coming down to London for a wedding. So I had the chance to call in and try a bike out. I obviously had a little tour around the workshop, and what I liked about it is you've got that cottage industry feel and the personal touch, where some of these, not knocking them, I'm sure there's some perfectly good Chinese bikes out there and bikes from other parts of the world, but you don't get that personal touch that you get with Estarli. Every time I've had a question or a query about something and I've rang up or emailed you, I've got an immediate reply and usually a solution or an answer to any of my queries, which is what I like.